This woman had her brats lure my precious baby to their farm before releasing a vicious dog that bit my baby. That beast needs to be killed before my baby will be back.
r/EntitledParents. What is up, guys? Mr. Reddit here, back with another episode of Entitled Parents Stories. r/EntitledParents is one of my favorite subreddits, and I really enjoyed making this. Now kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Our first story is called Entitled Mom Tries to Have My Dog Put Down, But My Dog is a Horse. And our second story is called You Want Me to Cancel Your Child Support Order Because Your New Wife is Pregnant? No. If you'd like to jump to the next story, I've got the timestamps in the comments as always. If you're ready to rock and roll, let me know by hitting the thumbs up, and we'll begin. Entitled Mom Tries to Have My Dog Put Down, But My Dog is a Horse. I've lurked here for a while. First post though. This happened a year or so ago. So, I'm an equestrian, a horseback rider, and I go to a lot of shows and competitions. This is the breeding grounds for wealthy, entitled pricks and their crotch dumplings. I also sell horses that I train, so I am a god-dang entitled magnet. So a bit of a description first. I work at a farm where we buy horses from auction that would go to slaughter for next to nothing. Feed, rehab, and train before selling them in elite circles. We're like a for-profit animal rescue. This barn has a program where kids who normally wouldn't afford riding and showing weekly have access to equipment, training, and showing. We have around 25 horses at any given time, 20 for sale usually, and several that are permanent residents. One of these permanent residents is an ex-racehorse mare. Her name is Hellhorse. She is the biggest jerk ever, and I'm the only person who handles her because of how dangerous she can be. Now for our cast, we have me, Entitled Mom, Entitled Kid, Rider 1, Rider 2, the policeman who is looking for a new career, and Hellhorse, the queen jerk who is a horse and not a dog. Along with Jasper, a nervous horse we had for less than a year who came from a PMU farm and is a sweetheart. On to the story. It was a nice Saturday and I was finishing up on one of our newer horses as I see two of my riders bail from their mother's minivan and come sprinting over to the ring's rail and flag me over. Next to the minivan is a very nice car that I don't recognize, and out steps a Karen with perfect hair and makeup in high heels at a barn. And out steps a little girl from a little Dover catalog. So my riders look pretty upset and I go over quickly. Here's the conversation roughly. Rider 1, Rider 2, what's up? What's wrong? Sorry. So we told Entitled Kid that we ride horses, and she said she rode horses and wanted to see our horses, and we told her we couldn't unless she was part of our barn. And she said fine, make her a part of the barn, but we didn't want her to, cause she's really mean to us. And so we told her the only way she could join was if Hellhorse liked her, and she could ride her to scare her off. But then she called our mom, and our mom couldn't get them to not come, and now they're here, and, sorry. Me, very confused and tired. Okay, I'll tell them it was a joke and we don't have any room. Please put Jasper in the bath stall. I hand the horse I had been working with over to Rider 1 and head over to Karen and the kid with Rider 2 in tow. Hi, I think there was a misunderstanding. We aren't taking any more.
Where is the manager?
Yep, me. You're trespassing and you need to leave.
Okay, so where's this horse Entitled Kid has to ride?
Trespassing, we aren't taking new riders right now.
No! My Entitled Kid is an amazing rider. She's been riding since before she could walk. Now, where is this horse?
That was a joke. She can't go near Hellhorse. She can be dangerous.
All horses like Entitled Kid. She has a gift.
Okay, since clearly I don't know my own horse, let me say this slowly. We aren't taking new riders.
Is that it?
She walks with Entitled Kid into my barn and to Jasper, who is waiting in the bath stall to be untacked. Entitled Kid goes right to the wrong side of the saddle, pulls down my stirrup, and tries climbing up. Jasper, being a baby who is still new to being under saddle, froze, all four legs stiff and eyes wide in terror. Get away from him! You're going to get hurt. I run and grab his halter and calm him while pushing the girl away. You can't mount like that, or in a wall stash, or from the ground like that. What the heck are you doing?
Mom said I could ride any horse I want here.
Get out of my barn, now! I gave my phone to Ryder too, so she could dial 911 as she hurried to the office to get help if these jerks weren't leaving on their own. Entitled Mom saw the stall note with Hellhorse's name and the mare inside.
Here we go. Finally, this one. Entitled Kid?
Entitled Kid goes and opens the door wide and walks in with Entitled Mother. Now I'm trying to get Jasper into his stall and to them before Hellhunter realizes fresh meat entered her stall. Next I hear is screaming, and Hellhorse goes trotting past me and out into the parking lot. I go after my horse because there is no way these people close the gate and my horse is going straight for the road. So I grab a bucket and some grain and shake it. Hellhorse comes trotting over and I lead her into the ring, which is fenced in, and lock her in there. While doing this, Entitled Mom and Entitled Kid got in their car and sped off, hitting my wheelbarrow and breaking their brake light before leaving. I have a chat with Ryder 1 and Ryder 2 and their mom, telling them that they can't bring people with them unless I know about it, and they have 2 weeks on the ground as punishment. This means no riding and just chores. There are some tears and apologies, and an understanding mom who agrees with me that this was unacceptable. Ryder 1, who is only 9 years old, then asked,
Can I go tell Vel first so she doesn't miss me?
Me, already changing my mind to just 1 week. Sure, go ahead. About 40 minutes later, I see the cop car finally show up, which I thought was weird. Then I saw the Entitled Mom's car right behind him, and I knew I was in trouble. I went over to the policeman, and this is what he roughly said. I received a call from this barn about an incident, and this woman said she called.
Yes! This woman had her brats lure my precious baby to their farm before releasing a vicious dog that bit my baby. That beast needs to be killed before my baby will be back.
Policeman, who has clearly heard this now a few times from Karen, looks at me. Can we speak privately? Absolutely not. While they're on my property, I can't take my eye off them after all the stuff that they've pulled already. We finally agree that Entitled Mom and Entitled Kid will wait in their car while we talk. So, what happened? I give him the story and Ryder 2 comes over and tells what happened, as well as her mom. Then I get this question. So, where's the dog? What dog? Entitled Mom said a dog bit her daughter. We don't have any dogs here. A Hellhorse bit her. A horse? Horses don't bite people. Oh, well, you'd know more about the topic than me. I get a look that says, I can and will arrest you. I bring the officer over to Hellhorse, who is still in the ring trotting around. When she sees us, she charges the fence and tries kicking us through the fence and biting at us. Oh, I guess a horse can bite. I warned them that she is dangerous, and there are signs up on her stall.
Liar! You just put those up.
Entitled Mom had rolled down her window to listen to us. So the officer goes into the barn, sees the signs, and sees that there is bird poop all over them to prove they've been there for a while. The officer then goes looking all through the barn for a dog that we've already said and proved doesn't exist. Then he goes to them. I was told there was a vicious dog. That's a horse.
What does it matter? You saw that animal is dangerous, so kill it. Yeah, she's vicious.
I would need a judge's order, and we only handle dangerous dogs, not livestock.
I want that thing killed now.
Ma'am, how about we calm down and leave? They don't want you here, and you don't want to be here.
No! If those little jerks,
points at Ryder 1, Ryder 2, a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old,
get free lessons, then so does Entitled Kid.
You can't demand anything from these people. Entitled Mom sees she's lost her trump card and gasses it out of there, hitting my poor wheelbarrow again before leaving with her license plate on the ground. The officer picks up the plate, apologizes, and leaves. I finish my barn work after taking a few Advil. Moral: horses are not dogs. I have a lot of these stories, seeing as I go to shows and sell horses, and if you guys want to know how messed up the horse world is, let me know and I'll add more. Next up we have, you want me to cancel your child support order because your new wife is pregnant? No. Edit. Okay, wow, I didn't expect this to blow up like it did. I appreciate the support of those who gave it. And for the few others that actually believe I am the wrong one in the situation, I hope and pray that you never encounter someone like this. Because of people just like the ones who committed negatively towards me is the whole reason I had my son learn his father's way himself. Because if I would have tried to save him from that hurt and disappointment, I would be accused of not letting him be in his life. So I gave him many chances to be a father, and 90% of the time, my son was left in tears because his father would rather do something else or just plain forget about him. But I never once told him he wasn't allowed to see his child. Him being told no as of now is all from my son. First, I am sorry if this is not where this belongs, but I believe it fits. On mobile. And this happened a few hours ago, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the audacity and nerves that this piece of crap entitled sperm donor has. A little background. ESD is my ex-husband. We have been divorced for 12 years. We married very young. I was 19 and he was 18. We had a beautiful son, who was the only good thing to come out of my miserable marriage. He is now 14 and has learned over time just how his father is, and has passed his own judgment against him. I remarried 6 years ago to the man I have been with for 12 years. Now there are hundreds of wild stories I have of my ex and his family. His mom, oh, the stories I have of her. I could seriously write a book. But right now I will start with the most recent ex incident. I get a call through my messenger from my ex. He has my phone number, but does this so I can't get his. Now this obviously won't be exactly word for word, but it's very close. It's me and my ex.
Hey, what are you doing?
Cleaning my kitchen.
So, did you see I got married?
I roll my eyes. Yep, sure did. Congratulations. Now to add to the craziness that is my ex, he is a twin. His twin brother passed away almost a year ago. He called asking if I could bring our son to his funeral. I said yes. Never mind that he's completely ignored our son, except when he was showing him off when we first arrived. That's another story in itself. Now he ended up hooking up with and now married to his brother's girlfriend. Yeah, process that for a minute. He married his dead brother's girlfriend. His mom totally supports it. Anyway, back to the conversation.
Well, we just found out she's pregnant.
Shaking my head and rolling my eyes now. Well, congratulations on that. So, did you call to give me an update on your life? Or is there a reason for this call? There is always a reason.
You ain't gotta be a jerk. But yeah, I do need to talk to you about something.
Don't call me a jerk. What do you want?
I need to get a job, so we can get a bigger place.
Okay, go get a job. Why call me?
I am calling you because I need you to cancel the child support. If I get a job, they will just start taking my money.
Seriously? A little more information to this story. When we divorced, I was granted sole custody of our son. My ex had visitations at my discretion. He refused to give him back after a visit. I had to stalk and plan for a week to get my 1-year-old back, another time. He left the marriage, wanted a life, got another girl pregnant, again another time. Well, in the last 12 years, he has paid a grand total of $975. And that's only because child support enforcement garnished it. He would quit his job right after. He refuses to get a job that they take his money. So yeah, he owes a very large amount of back time. No, I have never stopped him from seeing our son because of that. Him not seeing him was from his own choices. Back to the conversation. You're really serious right now.
Well, yeah.
Hold on. You are calling me to ask me to drop the order for your child support so you can get a job, so they won't take the money that you owe to our son because you are having another baby.
Yes, it's my money.
Me, staying as calm as I can be for now. You don't remember 5 years ago you tried this, offering to sign over your rights so my husband could adopt him? Yes, he tried to blackmail me over child support. Yeah, remember what I told you? Even if I dropped it, the back time goes away when it's paid, not because I tell them to cancel it. There is no cancellation of back time child support.
That's bullcrap. You're just being a money-hungry jerk. All you care about is money.
Yeah, I snapped.
You lowlife. Piece of garbage. Money? What money?
Everything my son has is because of me. His grandma's, my mom and my grandma, and his dad. He calls my husband dad. You have contributed nothing when it comes to that kid. But you steal pictures off my profile and post them to show him off.
Because you don't have any of your own. Because before, when he wanted to spend time with you, I got the I don't have time, or I have plans, or my personal favorite, I have a life, you know.
I have sent money. Where did that go? And I'm busy, and yeah, I have a life. Just because I don't want you anymore doesn't mean you can punish me. It didn't work out. Get over it already.
You are seriously the stupidest thing on two legs, I swear. First of all, less than $1,000 isn't going to last 12 years. Second, he is your son. He is supposed to be priority number one in your life. Thirdly, why in the heck would I ever want your entitled good-for-nothing bum-ass back? I have a wonderful husband who has supported not only me and his daughter, but also my son.
Whatever. I have tried to see him and you won't let me, so it's not my fault.
Yes, over the last year since the funeral, he has called a few times wanting our son to go spend time with him, his new wife, and her kids. Well, him ignoring our son at the funeral was the last item added to a long list of heartbreaks my son has endured from my ex. He was done with him. So when he would call, I would ask my son, with him on the phone, if he wanted to go with him. His answer is always, "No, sorry, I have plans." It's his choice, and no, I won't force him. Now to the ending. Ex, I have nothing to do with that. This is his decision. He's given you plenty of chances to step up and have a relationship with him. You blow it every time. You break promises. You call him and dog me out to him. My son is very much a mama's boy and very protective. Then block him for a week from contacting you, cause he blew up on you. You want to know why you don't have a relationship with him? It has nothing to do with me. Your answer is in the damn mirror. And lastly, no, I will not cancel the child support. And I hung up. I am still livid and in an extremely bad mood now. But I feel so much better getting this out. I apologize that it's long. Sorry if this seems like a rant. I guess in a way it sort of is. I just felt, from what I had experienced, that this was just crazy enough to post about, cause my mind is still spinning from it. Just to clear up a few things. 1. He has been arrested 3 times for his child support. They can only hold him for 90 days. Then they are back on his hunt again after a month. Second, my state has some of the toughest laws against deadbeat parents. The back time will follow him his whole life. No matter how old our son is, they will garnish his income to pay back what he owes. Yes, after my son is 18, the child support stops adding up, but the back time doesn't disappear. My grandma has a nursing home patient whose check gets garnished for his unpaid child support. And 3, I have never not allowed him to see our son. 90% of the time, the only way my son has seen him was because I brought him. Any other time normally ended up with a broken promise. But because I never wanted anyone to say I kept him from our son, I let my son be constantly hurt and lied to by this man. All so my son could learn for himself the man he was. Yes, I am leaving it as sole custody. I know it's wrong, but hey, it's getting laughs. I so am leaving that as a little joke. Ex-husband wants me to cancel his child support for our son that he hasn't paid on in 12 years so he can get a job and won't have to worry about his checks being garnished. He needs his money cause his new wife is pregnant and they need a bigger house.
Hey, if you're still here, you rock. Would you mind letting me know in the comments which story you liked better? Also, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up before you leave, that would be great.
Hey there, Mr. Reddit here. For more of the best stories from Reddit, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and I'll see you very soon with some more of the best stories that Reddit has to offer.